Χαίρετε, είμαστε από το Κέντρο Γλωσσών Μαρία Γιαχαλή. Είμαι η κυρία Μαρία και μαζί μου έχω δύο μαθητές μου, τον Βασίλη και τον Ορέστη, σε ένα μέρος καινούριο που έχουμε συμπεριλάβει στην εκπαιδευτική μας διαδικασία. Αποφασίσαμε με τον κύριο Ατζάμπο τα παιδιά μας να λάβουν μέρος σε κάποια podcasts. Ο λόγος είναι διότι θέλω να γεμίσω τις ζωές των μαθητών μου με όσα περισσότερα skills, δεξιότητες για τη ζωή μπορώ και χαίρομαι πάρα πολύ γι' αυτό. Παιδιά, την καλησπέρα σας.
Καλησπέρα, εγώ είμαι ο Βασίλης. Και εγώ είμαι ο Ορέστης.
Μαζί με τα παιδιά, μάλλον μόνο τα παιδιά, αποφάσισαν να μιλήσουν για τα Christmas customs around the world, δηλαδή τα ήθη και έθιμα των Χριστουγέννων ανά τον κόσμο. Η αλήθεια είναι ότι έχουμε προετοιμαστεί ελάχιστα. Εγώ δεν ξέρω τι έχουμε προετοιμάσει. Ο καθένας προετοιμάστηκε στο σπίτι του για λίγο και θέλουμε να βγει η ομιλία όσο πιο φυσική γίνεται για να είμαστε αληθινοί. Bill, would you like to start?
Yes, of course. Well, it's Christmas and with that opportunity, I think it's a good idea to speak about different topics surrounding Christmas. It's so fascinating to see how Christmas traditions vary across the world. For example, in Western countries, like the United States, Canada, the UK and Australia, you'll find common customs like decorating Christmas trees with ornaments and lights, hanging stockings by the fireplace for Santa Claus, and exchanging gifts on Christmas morning.
Εγώ θα διακόπτω λίγο για να λέω περίπου τι λέτε, έτσι ώστε να μπορούν να μας καταλαβαίνουν όλοι. Ο Βασίλης λοιπόν μας μιλάει για ήθη και έθιμα από την Αμερική ως την Αυστραλία, που συνήθως είναι κοινά ανάμεσα σε αυτές τις χώρες και είναι μάλλον κοινά και σε εμάς, Μπιλ?
Ναι, φυσικά. Τα ήθη και έθιμα των Χριστουγέννων μπορεί να είναι πολύ διαφορετικά γύρω στον κόσμο, αλλά φυσικά δεν χάνουν αυτό το γιορτινό πνεύμα, το οποίο τα κάνει όλα να έχουν μια οικειότητα, θέλει και κανείς μεταξύ τους.
Okay, you can move on.
Then there's Germany, where the Advent season plays a major role. Germans celebrate with wreaths, candles and calendars that count down the days to Christmas. The Christmas markets, or Wensiga market, it's a name I can't prefer.
Yeah, you can pronounce it because it's in German,
it's
right?
In German.
Okay. Είναι η γιορτή, το φεστιβάλ της Γερμανίας με τα σπιτάκια στον δρόμο. Σωστά, γι' αυτό δεν μιλάς?
Yes, it's a stunning market where they sell crafts, ornaments and delicious food. Moreover, on December 6th, they celebrate Saint Nicholas Day, when children find small gifts in their shoes. Interestingly, presents are traditionally exchanged on Christmas Eve, December 24th, often brought by the Christ kind or Christ child, which is an alternative to Santa Claus.
Orestes?
So, as my friend said, there are many Christmas traditions all around the world. I've taken upon my time and decided to take Eastern Europe. One of the countries there is Russia, where actually they have a different kind of Santa Claus, which is pronounced Nyen Moraj. He's translated in English as Grandfather Frost, and in the tradition, he has Nyekruchka in the tradition, which is his granddaughter, which is another image from the Russian tradition.
Totally different, right?
I'm sorry?
Totally different.
He's also a different color from what we're used to. He is blue.
Oh, nice.
They want to give a little more that he's Grandfather Frost. So that's why he's colored blue.
Mm-hmm.
One more thing is that because of their religious beliefs, Russians celebrate Orthodox Christmas, which is celebrated on January 7th due to the Julian calendar.
Mm-hmm.
Russia is, of course, not the only country where Christmas starts in a bit of a different date. As example, in the Philippines, Christmas yet again starts in a different date. They actually have the longest Christmas season, starting from September, and they have many different customs as well, like the Simbang Gabi, which is a unique and elegant, I must say, Christmas custom. It's a 9-day celebration of masses celebrated by Filipino Catholics leading up to Christmas Day. Also, a part of this celebration are parols, which are said to be symbols and stars of Bethlehem and are used to lead the procession before Mass during the celebration.
You know, guys, don't you love this uniqueness that every country has?
Yeah, also in Mexico and Latin America, Las Posadas is a major tradition, a 9-day reenactment of Mary and Joseph's search for shelter. It's celebrated with processions and festive parties, and children especially love breaking star-shaped piñatas. Christmas Eve, or Nochebuena, is all about family gatherings, midnight mass, and feasts featuring dishes like tamales and pozole. And let's not forget Three Kings Day on January 6th, where families exchange gifts and enjoy Rosa de Reyes, a sweet bread. Also, Italy has its own unique customs. Children there look forward to La Befana, an old woman who delivers gifts on Epiphany, January 6th. Nativity scenes, or presepe, are an essential part of Italian decorations and are often elaborate. On Christmas Eve, Italians celebrate the Feast of the Seven Fishes, where families enjoy a meal of 7 seafood dishes, an old delicious tradition. Christmas is such a rich and diverse celebration around the world, with traditions that reflect the cultures, histories, and values of each place. It's so much more than just gifts. It's about family, light, faith, and community.
Very nice, guys. Η αλήθεια είναι, αυτό που θέλω να πω εγώ, είναι ότι από την αρχή εσείς θέλετε το θέμα να είναι η εμποριοποίηση των Χριστουγέννων. Εγώ σας πρότεινα, μιας και είναι ένα festive season, μια γιορτινή σεζόν, να πούμε κυρίως για τα θετικά και μετά να βάλουμε το commercialization. Well, what about the commercialization of Christmas? Is this something that really bothers you, or do you actually take advantage of that?
Well, you know, Christmas just doesn't feel the same anymore. It's like it's all about shopping and sales instead of the true meaning of the holiday. Businesses now really rely on the Christmas season to make profits. Black Friday and Cyber Monday pretty much kick things off. It's all about grabbing the best deals now.
Ορέστη.
Unlike my fellow student, it doesn't bother me one bit that Christmas is being commercialized. I really love seeing all the commercials with the gifts, the usual about the carols and how much I love about that I can go out with my friends and sing it.
The carols? Yes.
Sing the carols and just enjoy myself.
And raise money.
That's the most important. You know.
All right.
And we cannot, of course, forget the decorating of the Christmas tree. It's one of the most important things that you do at Christmas time.
Yes, but let me ask you something. Why did you mention all this stuff? Why do you consider them a part of commercials?
You know, if you didn't know, decorating the Christmas tree is not really a tradition to all countries. It's not very original. It's only acceptable due to how much the tradition itself has been commercialized. Also, we can push aside that in the pre-Christmas period, we are bombed with all the toy shops that are trying to manipulate us and trying to make us buy more and more and more. And of course, trying to give us the best deals for the Christmas tree. And of course, we cannot forget the ornaments.
Okay, I got it now. Thank you.
Well, I find your point of view kind of wrong. I mean, ads have commercialized Christmas so much. Everywhere you look, it's gadgets, toys, and luxury items being pushed into your face. The holiday feels so commercialized, like we're all just caught up in spending instead of celebrating.
I acknowledge your view, but I still remain intact with what I previously said. It again doesn't really bother me to see all the commercials because, after all, it has become a part of Christmas with all the lights and the lovely music, the lovely imagery.
Okay, so guys, now I would like to make you a very important, essential, I would say, question. What about Santa and the gifts he brings?
Well, parents tend to do something that really irritates me. They try to keep their kids on a good reputation and feed them up with a lie about the good and naughty list. And based on how good the personality and, of course, their behavior is, they will get a better prize or something that doesn't really satisfy them. For me, there are no good or bad kids. All kids deserve to get a good present. You shouldn't put labels on your kid. Every present they get should be symbolic and something that will show how much you love them.
I agree.
Well, speaking of gifts, I want to talk about the idea that we've created as people that Santa should bring kids whatever present they want because he makes them. Well, I'm totally against that because the truth is that we live in Aneliosia, a really poor area. So there are many underprivileged families that can only afford to buy their kid a book or some color pencils. And when that kid gets his presents and goes out to the neighborhood and talks with other kids from privileged families, and their families or Santa has brought them expensive gifts like a PS5, the kids from the underprivileged families will be confused and think, why didn't Santa bring me the expensive gift that I asked if he can make them? I believe that parents should divide Santa gifts and their own gifts, and if they want, they could give an expensive gift that's from them and the symbolic one from Santa.
Yes, I totally agree with that. What about you, Oresti?
I think that it is a common stereotype that parents do. It is really commonly seen all around the world, not only in our area, but everywhere else. I think that Christmas should be considered a time period that you do not show your loved ones what you're capable to buy for them, and to show your pure love just from simple acts and give them your free time, different types of communication, because that's really important and actually what matters.
So, let me ask you some other questions. What or which do you consider to be the most precious gift that someone can get this period?
Well, I believe that the most significant gift that someone can give to someone else, either if that's parents to kids, kids to parents, lover to lover, sister to brother, and etc., is probably to show them the value of Christmas. I mean, everyone thinks and worries about what to get someone for Christmas. Like, oh, I don't know what to get my sister for Christmas. Oh, I don't know what to get my girlfriend for Christmas. I believe that people should focus more on feelings and take a step back and realize what Christmas is really for. I mean, sometimes that expensive gift that you bought your partner or your mom won't make them happy. They just want to see you. They just want to get enough of you. They just want to see you happy.
For me, Christmas is a time where I finally kick up my feet, throw in the bag, and have some time for myself. So the best present that I can get during Christmas, because I don't see my family very much and I really want to spend time with them, is the time and appreciation. Through the time that we spend together, we accomplish a big step in our relationship. And I think that this is the most important thing, because Christmas is where you have some time for yourself, so you better make your time worth.
Good. Παιδιά, σε ευχαριστώ πάρα πολύ. Είμαι πολύ ευχαριστημένη με αυτά που μου είπατε. Θα πρέπει να τα μεταφράσω έτσι ώστε να είμαι σίγουρη ότι καταλαβαίνουν όλοι το νόημα που δώσατε, το μήνυμα που στείλατε. Ο Ορέστης λοιπόν μίλησε για τη λίστα του καλού και του κακού παιδιού και στάθηκε απέναντί της λέγοντας ότι το θεωρεί κάτι απαράδεκτο, διότι στην πραγματικότητα δεν υπάρχουν κακά παιδιά, ίσως κάποιες άτακτες πράξεις πολύ καλών παιδιών. Και δεν θα πρέπει να γεμίζουμε τα παιδιά με άγχος ως προς το σε ποια λίστα θα πρέπει να μπουν έτσι ώστε ο Άγιος Βασίλης να τους φέρει δώρο. Πολύ σωστά, συμφωνώ απόλυτα. Ο Βασίλης μίλησε για το γεγονός ότι ναι, μένουμε στα Νολιώσια, υπάρχουν πάρα πολλές οικογένειες που δεν έχουν τόσα πολλά χρήματα. Οι περισσότεροι από εμάς δεν έχουμε πολλά χρήματα. Υπάρχουν και κάποιες οικογένειες που ίσως ζουν και κάτω από το όριο της φτώχειας, σας λέμε τα πράγματα με το όνομά τους. Και έτσι δεν θα πρέπει ο Άι Βασίλης, ο υποτιθέμενος, να φέρνει σε κάποιες προνομιούχες οικογένειες πολύ ακριβά δώρα, όπως για παράδειγμα είπε ο Βασίλης το PS5, ενώ κάποιες άλλες οικογένειες να μπορούν να αγοράσουν μόνο ένα μολύβι ή ένα βιβλίο. Και έτσι όταν αυτό το παιδάκι βγαίνει στη γειτονιά και βλέπει το συμμαθητή του ή το φίλο του, να έχει λάβει ένα πολύ ακριβό δώρο, ενώ το ίδιο έλαβε ένα πολύ πολύ πιο οικονομικό, να μπορεί να καταλάβει γιατί ο Άι Βασίλης δεν το έφερε το δώρο που είχε επιλέξει επίσης. Γι' αυτό ίσως οι γονείς θα πρέπει να διαχωρίσουν τα δώρα. Τα δώρα του Άι Βασίλη πρέπει να είναι συμβολικά και αν θέλουν οι ίδιοι μπορούν να κάνουν δώρα για τα Χριστούγεννα ό,τι επιθυμεί το παιδάκι τους και μπορούν. Well, are you ready to make it more personal? I'm going to make you deep personal questions. Orestes, what was... I always make fun of your name, Orestes, okay?
Of course.
So many years together. Orestes has just graduated proficiency level.
Finally.
And we wish him to get his degree, and I'm sure, we are all sure that he will. Orestes, what was your most embarrassing moment that you remember during Christmas season? Oreste, πες μου ποια ήταν η πιο ντροπιαστική σου χριστουγεννιάτικη στιγμή. The truth.
Oh, wow. Well, I don't remember. It was quite some time now. So many years back, I decided that it was a very good idea that I lit up the candles for the table of the Christmas Eve dinner.
Oh my God.
Yeah, you can already guess that it didn't go very well.
I'm sure.
So when I searched the whole house for a lighter, because my parents knew that I wasn't really the best child that got himself always into trouble. Well, quite the kid, you must say.
I've known you for so many years.
Well, unlucky for you.
Go on.
So I got the candles ready and took the lighter without anyone noticing, of course. Because I was really short then, I tried to lit up the candle, but in the process, I fell while having the lighter on and burnt the whole table. It had on a little parchment paper for some food that was on it, and I lit it on fire, not on purpose. I did it on accident, and I didn't realize it until I smelled smoke.
Αχ, τη μαμά σου λυπάμαι. Ο Ορέστης λοιπόν αποφάσισε να ανάψει τα κεράκια, αλλά τελικά άναψε το τραπεζάκι και πήρε φωτιά. Αχ, okay. Bill?
Well, one of my most embarrassing experiences from Christmas time, it was on the New Year's Day, January 1st. I think it was about 6 years ago.
So, how old were you?
I was like 4 or 5.
Okay.
I don't really remember. Well, I was at my grandma's house where every year my whole family gathers on the New Year's Eve and we stay up till 1 a.m. to celebrate the New Year together. And because my name day is on the New Year's, my grandma also makes a small name day cake for me. So that New Year's Eve, when she...
Did you fall in the cake? Did you trip?
We were sitting at the table and the New Year came. So we started celebrating and my grandma brought in the cake. So me as a kid, being really excited, I went over to the cake and started dipping my finger in the cake and licking it off.
Okay.
Suddenly, my cousin tripped and fell on me and my whole face was just shoved into the cake. And that's not even the worst part. When I got my head up, the cake was still on my face. So imagine just sitting on the dinner table and seeing a kid, but instead of a head, he has a cake. It's like a cake head.
Να σου πω κάτι όμως, Βασίλη. Ο Βασίλης ουσιαστικά ήθελε να δοκιμάσει λίγο από την τούρτα που του φτιάξε η γιαγιά του την πρωτοχρονιά, αλλά ο ξαδερφός ή η ξαδερφή? Ξαδερφή σκόνταψε, έπεσε πάνω του και ο Βασίλης έπεσε με το πρόσωπό του μέσα στην τούρτα και ουσιαστικά υπήρχε ένα σώμα με κεφάλι τούρτας. Αλλά αυτό δεν είναι ένα έθιμο που ούτως ή άλλως κάνετε πια στα γυμνάσια και στα λύκεια για να celebrate your best friend.
Ναι, το συνηθίζουμε πια.
Ήσουν μπροστά επομένως από την εποχή σου.
Είδατε, προβλέπω το μέλλον.
Ναι.
Είμαι μανταμζέρα.
Οκ. Ορέστη. What about the best present you have ever got?
Oh, that's an interesting one. When I was, again, a very little child.
And a very naughty one.
Yeah, you cannot forget that. Of course, you have to point it out. I really liked Legos, especially the big ones. So it was quite the hard thing for my parents to get it because I was, again, irritating and trying to get it all the time. I really wanted it with a passion.
And it was an expensive present, right?
Quite.
Okay.
When I finally got it, you cannot imagine what panic I caused in the house. I was running around like a mad lad. I was so happy. I could be the happiest kid on earth that day. I spent the whole night, even past my bedtime, trying to build it. And then, unfortunately, it got destroyed by my own self again. Of course. I am that clumsy.
Ο άχαρος μικρός Ορέστης, το ωραιότερο δώρο που κατάφερε να πάρει ήταν κάποια Lego, που έχασε τον ύπνο του από τη χαρά του για να τα στήσει, αλλά επειδή ήταν λίγο αγαρμπούλης, τα διέλυσε. Well, to tell you the truth, I think that you still are. I'm just kidding. What about you, Bill?
Well, the best gift that I've received on Christmas would probably be my adored little doggy.
Yeah.
I have a dog named Shadow. He's a Cocker Spaniel. One of those short ones with the big ears, like Lady from Lady and the Tramp.
Oh.
Beautiful.
I got him 2 days after Christmas, I think, and it was just so sudden. I wasn't waiting for it. I mean, me and my parents were searching for a dog for like 1-2 years before getting one. I mean, I was really excited to see him. I just woke up really early in the morning, around 7 or 6 o'clock, I think, and I just saw my mom opening my bedroom door, coming inside my room with a little puppy on her hands. I was really shocked. I mean, I was like, what is that? Whose is that? Whose dog is that? I couldn't believe that it was mine. Like, I really couldn't. And she just said, well, it's yours. How do you want to name it? And I started crying. Like, I started bawling my eyes out, praising a dog I just met. I hugged him, I kissed him. The funniest part about the day was finding a name for him. We went through many names. We searched on those dog list names on Google. At first, we were going to name him Romeo, but my sister didn't like that name. So we put it as his second name. I'm for real, it's on the papers. He has 2 names. He's named Shadow Romeo Liberis.
Nice.
It's on the papers.
He's spoiled.
Yes.
He's
not exactly spoiled. Well, maybe he is. He's just a diva.
Nice.
He's a diva.
Ο Βασίλης λοιπόν πήρε για τα Χριστούγεννα ένα σκυλάκι, το οποίο είναι και ελαφρώς καλομαθημένο, μιας και έχει και 2 ονόματα συν το επίθετο Liberis. You actually said your last name.
Well.
Ναι. Και νομίζω, παιδιά, ότι αυτό is the best present that a young child can have, don't you think?
Yes, I believe an emotional moment is the best present that you can get on Christmas. And that was a pretty emotional moment for me.
Very good. And let's finish with the best wish that you have for yourself. For yourself. Let's be selfish for once. Ας είμαστε εγωιστές μια φορά. Μια αποκλειστικά ευχή για εσάς. Τι θα θέλετε να σας φέρει το 25? Ορέστη.
Θέλω πάρα πολύ για το 25 να είμαι λίγο πιο clean με το κεφάλι μου και επιτέλους να βάλω κάποια πράγματα που ήθελα πολύ καιρό σε τάξη. Εκτός από τον εαυτό μου είναι ότι θέλω να είμαι και υγιής. Είναι μια περίοδος η οποία περνάμε λίγο περίεργη και πάντα αυτή τη στιγμή φαίνεται ότι η υγεία μας είναι κάτι πολύ ιερό το οποίο έχουμε και θέλω να παραμείνει έτσι όπως είναι.
Στο εύχομαι. Βασίλη.
Λοιπόν, εγώ προσωπικά είμαι πολύ χαρούμενος με το ότι έχω τώρα. Έχω κάποιες έξτρα προσωπικές προσδοκίες για το 2025. Ξέρω εγώ, θα ήθελα να είμαι λίγο πιο εντάξει με το πρόγραμμά μου. Δηλαδή, θα ήθελα να βάλω πιο πολύ τα πράγματα σε μια άκρη.
Και εγώ θα ήθελα να είσαι πιο εντάξει με το πρόγραμμά σου και να άρχισεις την ώρα στο μάθημά σου.
Οκ, rude. Θα ήθελα γενικά να κοιτάξω λίγο πιο πολύ τον εαυτό μου πρώτα και μετά τους άλλους και πιστεύω ότι όλοι πρέπει να το κάνουμε αυτό. Πολλοί ίσως να το θεωρήσουν selfish, εγωιστικό, αλλά πιστεύω ότι όταν βάζεις τους άλλους πριν από σένα γίνεσαι people pleaser, δηλαδή γίνεσαι κάποιος ο οποίος θέλεις μόνο να ευχαριστείς τους άλλους, με το οποίο σιγά σιγά πιστεύω ότι χάνεις τον εαυτό σου.
Εγώ θα το πω διαφορετικά. Όταν σκέφτεσαι και φροντίζεις τον εαυτό σου πρώτα, είσαι ικανός να μπορείς να προσφέρεις και να φροντίζεις και στους γύρω σου.
Ακριβώς. Λοιπόν, και κάπου εδώ πέρα φτάνουμε στο τέλος του πρώτου μας podcast. Και κάπου εδώ πέρα, ως bonus, θα θέλαμε εγώ και ο Ορέστης να κάνουμε κάποια shout-outs. Ορέστη, θα θέλεις να ξεκινήσεις?
Δεν έχω πολλά shout-outs, αλλά υποθέτω ότι ένα shout-out θα ήταν οι φίλοι μου που με ψήσανε και με πείσανε να έρθω εδώ πέρα. Γιατί ήμουνα λίγο στο μέρος ότι ντρέπομουν να έρθω. Αλλά λέω, εντάξει, γιατί όχι. Τι έχω να χάσω?
Εγώ θα ήθελα επίσης να κάνω ένα shout-out στους φίλους μου, γιατί ψιλοντρεπόμουν στην αρχή. Αλλά πιστεύω ότι να κάνεις πράγματα όπως αυτά που στονώνουν λίγο το ηθικό και γενικά σε βγάζουν λίγο από το comfort zone σου είναι καλά, γιατί κάνουν αυτό ακριβώς. Και πιστεύω ότι όλοι θα πρέπει να βγαίνουμε από το comfort zone μας here and there.
Η επιτυχία είναι έξω από το comfort zone μας.
Ακριβώς. Έτσι κι αλλιώς, αν δεν βγεις έξω από αυτή την ροζ φούσκα ευτυχίας
και
άνεσης που έχεις δημιουργήσει για τον εαυτό σου, δεν θα μπορέσεις ποτέ να ανακαλύψεις ποιος είσαι πραγματικά.
Και τις δυνάμεις σου. Ορέστη, τελικά εσύ τι έχεις να πεις? Ήταν τόσο τρομακτικό αυτό σήμερα?
Πιστεύω ότι δεν ήταν τόσο τρομακτικό όσο το είχα κάνει στο κεφάλι μου. Άνθρωποι γενικά βλέπουν κάποια πράγματα τα οποία δεν είναι τόσο κακά όσο πιστεύουν. Και πιστεύω ότι γενικά πρέπει να παίρνεις τα chances σου όσο προχωράς, γιατί ποτέ δεν ξέρεις πού μπορεί να σε βγάλει και στην τελική όλα πήγανε καλά και ήταν και πολύ διασκεδαστικό.
Εννοείται ότι πήγαν όλα καλά, γιατί είστε εσείς πολύ καλά παιδιά. Μαθητές, ναι, είσαστε άριστοι, αλλά αυτό το έχω όχι σε δεύτερη, σε τρίτη, σε τέταρτη, σε τελευταία μοίρα. Εμένα με ενδιαφέρει που είσαστε πολύ καλά παιδιά και ευχαριστώ πάρα πολύ που ήρθατε σήμερα μαζί μου. Ευχαριστώ και τον Αναστάση που μας φιλοξένησε και που μου πρότεινε να συνεργαστούμε για ακόμα μια φορά.